Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and this is the first video back since I got married. So today I just wanted to hop on. I'll tell you sort of my inspiration for this video in a little bit, but just wanted to hop on and check in and get another video up because it has been a couple weeks. So I got married on the 15th. It was a wonderful wedding. But in terms of my writing, and this channel is all about writing, just completely derailed everything, which that's not a bad thing, but it's just I wasn't getting a lot of writing done right before the wedding, and then we went on a honeymoon, and that was wonderful and so relaxing, and finally I've been sort of getting back into the writing swing of things in the last week or so. So I'm very excited to be writing and editing, and so yeah, I just wanted to hop on. I'm going to talk about my goals for the coming little bit of time. Yeah, so let's just talk about that. So first things first, in terms of writing, my goal right now is, well, I got very positive beta reads back for my first book. So I'm finishing up editing of the first book. That shouldn't take too much longer. I would think maybe even could be less than a week. I'm very excited to finish it, and I've been working a lot on it every single day. One thing that I'm doing right now is I am reading aloud every chapter, just as a way to catch every little error and make sure that I'm paying attention to everything. That's been so helpful to read it aloud to myself. I seem, I'm sure, like a mad woman because I do this in coffee shops and things like that, so I'm just muttering under my breath for a couple hours. And it's very taxing on my voice, but that's been so great in terms of doing this final round of edits. And then also I've been revising the first chapter because I wanted to have it start in the middle of a scene, and just to get readers a little bit more interested and involved straight away in the story. And then I'm also revising another chapter right now. But besides those two things, I really don't see any big edits or changes that have to be made. So I'm very excited to finish editing, this book. So yeah, book 2, I have not been writing in the past 4 or 5 days for book 2. Mostly just because I've been concentrating on doing final edits of book 1. So I was sort of considering, doing editing for an hour or 2 a day, and then writing for another, a little bit later in the day, something like that, but it just hasn't happened. Life has been very busy after the wedding. You would think that, you get back from your honeymoon and you just slide right back into the swing of things, but there's actually so many things to do. There's lots of different things. So I'm trying to be very forgiving with myself. I tend to be a very conscientious person. I have very lofty goals and a very goal oriented, and I get them done. So if I'm thinking that I'm not working at the right pace, that can just derail my mood. So I'm trying to be very forgiving with myself and realize that this is a special time right now in my life, and yeah, that I can't be too hard on myself. I guess also I should talk about is, because I'm a teacher and I'm off for the summer right now, so that means that I have an awful lot of time during the day to do lots of various errands and working on my writing and lots of other stuff. But we're gearing up, it's tomorrow, August 1st, and pretty soon we'll start back with faculty meetings, and I have a lot of different sort of planning and preparations that I have to do for the oncoming school year. So I guess that's another thing too, where I'm going to have to be a little forgiving with myself. I think in years past I would beat myself up if I wasn't able to be throwing myself whole hog into my hobbies and balancing that with going back to school, but I'm going to try to be a little bit more forgiving. Yeah. Also, I wanted to talk about, because I've spoken in the past couple videos about my goal with integrating character descriptions into my writing, because I'm not very good at writing character descriptions. So my goal a little while back was to use Pinterest to find some pictures that I could just reference as character guides, character references for things like hair color, skin color, eye color, just sort of the overall impression of a character, stuff like that. I did it. It was actually pretty fun. I don't know why I was avoiding it before. I think I will keep doing that, and it's been very, very useful. And so I have found also, I've been making a conscious effort to put character descriptions just peppered in throughout dialogue and stuff like that, and that's been great. I think I'm getting better at it, so I'm very, very happy about that. Now, as for this channel, right when I started, and this is, I think, only my 5th video or something like that, but right when I started, I set a pretty lofty goal for myself in terms of uploading. I said that I wanted to upload 5 times a week, which is pretty ambitious, I think. And, I thought that it would be easy just because I'm just talking to a camera and I'm really hardly doing any editing at all, for better or for worse. That might make it a little worse of a viewing experience, but in any case, that was my initial goal. I think that I'm going to turn it down a little bit and again be more forgiving with myself, and just try to keep the channel going. My goal with this channel is to have sort of a record of how I'm doing in terms of writing, because I find, again, being very goal oriented and always looking for how can I push myself more and more and more, because I'm that sort of a person. A lot of times I forget everything that I've done so far, and so if there's a day when maybe I don't meet my word count of 500, or I'm only able to write for half an hour instead of like 2 or 3 hours, I'll beat myself up about it, and I don't really remember all the hard work that I put in so far, and it can sort of feel like, oh, you're giving up on your goals, and why aren't you putting in enough effort and stuff like that, when really I keep myself incredibly busy during the day. A lot of people sort of find it surprising how much I do every single day. And not that I broadcast that from, I don't, how should I say this? I don't make it a mission to tell people like, oh my God, I'm so busy, I do this, and this. I'm a pretty private person, but I have gotten the occasional comment from people like, oh my God, I can't believe that you do all these things. How do you find the time for it? So that's perhaps some insight into how I work as an individual. So I'm going to try again to relax a little bit, and 5 times a week would be great, and maybe once we're a little bit further into the school year, I could see maybe in November or something like that, trying to do more, daily uploads, but right now I'm just going to try to keep the channel active, keep it going, check in every so often, maybe once or twice a week, and if it's more, it's more, if it's less, it's less. It's just sort of a different medium that I'm trying out as a way to as a way to motivate myself and not beat myself up. So that's sort of my goals right now as it stands. The last thing that I want to do is I want to give a shout out to this YouTube channel that sort of inspired this channel, to be honest. The channel that I'm talking about is called Sorting Myself Out. It used to be called Porden B. Jeterson. And if that sounds strange, it's because it's sort of a take on Dr. Jordan B. Peterson, who is a professor at the University of Toronto. And in the channel Sorting Myself Out, there's a man who's trying to just work on self-improvement, and he has some goals, and he's working towards them, and I would say that he's definitely making a lot of progress. And so the reason that his channel inspired mine is because he is also using YouTube and sort of the video format, just sort of talking at a camera, to document his journey in terms of self-improvement. And it has to do with taking inspiration from Dr. Jordan B. Peterson, who is a psychology professor and is a very inspiring man. I find him very inspiring. So anyway, I wanted to give a shout out to Sorting Myself Out because today he was actually, or not, today he uploaded a video with an actual interview with Jordan B. Peterson, or it wasn't really an interview, but a talk with him, a conversation. And I just, I thought it was great, and I'm so happy for him that he had the opportunity to sit down with him. It was a very positive conversation. I just listened to it, just finished a couple minutes ago. I listened when I was making dinner. And yeah, I'm just really happy that it seems like things are on the up and up for him. And that's sort of, not that I want to have a conversation with Jordan B. Peterson. I'm pretty happy with myself as a person, but I am very goal-oriented, as I talk about. So, yeah, that's sort of, it was a big inspiration for this channel, is that I just want to be documenting my journey as I try to become an author. So, yeah, there we are. I hope that makes sense. Probably it's quite rambly. I tend to be quite rambly on these videos, but that's okay. You'll get better at it over time, I'm sure. So, I'm going to leave off. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day, fantastic night, and yeah,